first glance, it looks simple, just a steel wire. But what happens next is a process so controlled, so precise, it leaves no room for error. Because before anything begins, every single wire is tested. Strength, flexibility, durability. If even one parameter fails, the entire process is at risk. Only the perfect ones move forward. And that's where things start to get intense. The wires are carefully wound onto reels, then fed into a powerful stranding machine. This machine doesn't just twist metal, it transforms it. Multiple steel wires begin to rotate, intertwine, and tighten together. Slowly at first, as they pass through dies and rollers, their structure changes. Adjusted, compressed, perfected, twist after twist, layer after layer, until something entirely new is formed. A wire rope, stronger, heavier, built to tahmilu extreme pressure. But even now, it's not trusted, because appearance can be deceiving. The rope is constantly measured, its diameter checked again and again. Even the slightest inconsistency could mean failure under load. So they push it further. Endurance tests, stress simulations, forcing the rope to its limits, just to see where it breaks. Only when it survives does it earn approval. Finally, it's rolled onto massive reels, ready to be delivered. But the process doesn't stop there, because shaping this rope into something usable is another challenge entirely. A steel ferrule is placed between hydraulic jaws. The rope is bent, forced into an eye loop, a shape that looks simple, but requires absolute precision. Threaded carefully through the ferrule, pulled tight, aligned perfectly. Then comes the pressure. A hydraulic system clamps down, compressing everything together with immense force. No manual pulling needed anymore. Machines take over completely. In seconds, the loose structure becomes permanent, locked, unbreakable, or at least, that's what it's supposed to be. Because even here, there's no guarantee. And just when you think you've seen peak engineering, the scene shifts. Now we're looking at raw power in a completely different form. A machine driven by a 125 horsepower engine, cutting, splitting, tearing through logs at unbelievable speed. Every few seconds, another cycle completes. Relentless, efficient, almost mechanical perfection. But even in nature, control is everything. Take pruning, for example. It might look like simple cutting, but it's actually a calculated process. Removing dead branches, controlling growth, preventing disease. One wrong cut, and the entire plant suffers. Which is why specialized machines are used, designed to cut with precision, even on massive trees. Fast, accurate, unforgiving. And then, the environment changes again. From forests to construction. Machines like asphalt cutters step in, slicing through solid surfaces with ease. Adjustable blades, controlled depth, every movement designed for efficiency. But the real story is about power, because the machines keep getting bigger, stronger, more extreme. Take the skidders, massive machines built for the toughest terrains, designed to carry heavy loads, move through mud, and operate in conditions where humans simply can't. Or the mega scrapers, capable of moving enormous volumes of earth in a single cycle. These aren't just machines, they're forces. And then, things escalate even further. Rotary shovels towering over everything, moving thousands of tons every hour. Their scale is almost hard to comprehend. At this point, it's no longer just engineering. It's domination, control over materials, land, and process. And yet, even with all this technology, there's still one question left. How far can this go? Because every machine, every system, every innovation is pushing limits. And sooner or later, something always reaches its breaking point. At first, it seems like just another steel process. But what happens inside facilities like Autok Cluster GmbH is something far more intense. Because here, steel isn't just shaped. It's forced, bent, transformed under extreme pressure. Using advanced forming technology, massive machines apply relentless force to sheet metal, folding and bending it into precise structures. Not just standard sizes, but custom shapes that push the limits of engineering itself. We're talking about steel profiles stretching up to 20,000 millimeters in length and 200 millimeters thick. Heavy, rigid, and absolutely essential, because these aren't just metal parts. They become the backbone of bridges, buildings, entire infrastructures. And when those structures begin to fail, that's when things get serious. Take the Sylvenstein Dam in Bavaria, Germany. Built decades ago, standing strong since the 1950s. But time doesn't spare anything. Cracks begin to form, where becomes visible, and what looks like minor damage can quickly turn into a major threat. Because if a structure like this fails, the consequences are catastrophic. That's why a specialized German company was brought in, not just to repair it, but to reinforce it from the ground up. Using a method known as jet grouting, engineers injected cement deep into the soil, creating powerful underground columns to stabilize the entire structure. Hidden support, invisible strength. At the same time, the spillway was upgraded. Old concrete replaced, new gates installed. Everything redesigned to handle extreme pressure, floods, earthquakes, unpredictable forces of nature. And after years of work, the dam stood again, stronger than before. But the story doesn't stop there, because engineering challenges exist everywhere. Take massive bridge construction. When an outdated structure can no longer handle modern demand, it's replaced by something far more advanced. Like the Herrick Bridge in Germany, a cable-stayed giant, stretching across the river with a main span weighing nearly 1,000 tons. But lifting something that heavy, that's where things get insane. Using barge-mounted cranes, entire sections were raised into position, suspended in the air with almost impossible precision. One mistake, and everything collapses. Even the towering pylons, rising over 80 meters high, were assembled piece by piece, using specialized lifting systems designed specifically for this project. Every step calculated, every movement controlled, because failure is not an option. And then, the focus shifts again, from land to sea. In Ghana, one of the most important trade routes depends on a single port. But there was a problem. It wasn't deep enough. Larger ships couldn't enter. Trade was limited. So the solution: change the seabed itself. Millions of cubic meters of sediment had to be removed. Entire sections of the ocean floor reshaped using massive dredging machines. Slowly, methodically, the port was transformed. Wider channels, deeper access, safer navigation, all to handle the growing demands of global trade. And once completed, the port became a critical gateway for West Africa. But even underground, engineering never stops. Because some projects go deeper than anything visible on the surface. Using large-diameter shaft drilling, engineers create massive vertical tunnels, sometimes hundreds of meters deep. For mining, infrastructure, hidden networks beneath the earth. Each shaft carefully drilled, monitored, reinforced. Because one collapse, and everything above it is at risk. Finally, we arrive at one of the most precise processes of all. Steel pipe manufacturing. Using electric resistance welding, coils of steel are brought together. Electrical currents pass through the edges, generating intense heat. The metal begins to fuse, not melted completely, but just enough to bond permanently. Seam by seam, layer by layer, until a solid pipe is formed. Strong enough to carry loads, withstand pressure, survive extreme environments. And when you step back and look at it all, it's overwhelming. Massive machines, extreme forces, unseen risks, all working together to build the world around us. But here's the real question. How much of this do we actually notice? Because behind every road, every bridge, every structure, there's a process. Hidden, complex, relentless. And now that you've seen it, there's no going back. Because this isn't just engineering. It's control over the physical world itself. And that is something most people never truly understand.